What's up, guys? Back out in the shop working on this 99 SV. Today I'm going to continue fixing the starter. It started out just loosening the starter, and I was gonna, loosening the terminal on the starter, and it ended up twisting. If you watched the last video, and it snapped the wire on it here. There's a little wire that connects it to the inside here, and that's where it snapped. So now I've got the new part in, and I'm going to go ahead and replace it, and then we're going to get back to what we were doing in the first place, which was replacing the starter O-ring. So pretty much I've got the part, and I'll take it out here and let you see what it's actually supposed to look like. Alright, so this is what it is right here. Pretty much this is the outside of it, and there's another bolt that goes on, but pretty much it just sits right in that slot like that, and then it connects to the outside. And of course this is it doesn't let it connect, I can't think of the term, but yeah, it's non-conductive, so it doesn't let this positive ground out. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and replace this, and we're going to get it back apart. But what had happened was this plastic piece here, right in between here, and there's a metal piece there. This plastic piece was dry, cracked, and brittled from either over-tightening or just being old. And it stops the square piece in here from twisting, and that sits right in that square right there. And that's what was happening. The plastic was gone, and it was just spinning, and it ended up spinning and twisted that off when tightening the outside nut. So I'm going to go ahead and get this put in, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Alright guys, I got it all back together. Pretty well went smooth. You can see the diagram here. I would have showed you, but it'd probably be hard to see anyway, specifically what I'm looking at. But pretty much when I put it back together, I split all three pieces, the middle piece, the two end caps, because that made it the easiest, and then I started on one end, which would be this end over here, right here with the terminals and everything. I put my new terminal in there, ran my bolt through there with the new plastic piece, put that in its right spot. It kind of goes in one little notch, and then I took my other middle piece here and put it on, which made it easier that way, because this has to slide through the magnet, and you just slide it right into there, and it works pretty well. And from there you've got the two washers I never took off, but this piece here, there's some grooves and notches it fits into. It has to fit in all four, and it's pretty simple. It just pops right in, and then you just slide that, and you make sure you line your bolt holes up through this cylinder. I think there's 4 spots, and you just pick 2 of them, it can go, and then it has to line up with the other 2 spots that screw in there. And pretty much I just tightened it down, and then I just left my terminal out, and I started stacking my washer. So pretty much it went the bolt, the plastic piece that holds the bolt from spinning in there, that fits in the middle groove in the side. Then you've got an O-ring, 2 small fiber washers, and then 1 bigger fiber washer, and then a washer, and then the nut, and then the top nut. I don't have that top nut on, so what you're going to see here is no top nut. But you can't see the O-ring, but under all of these 2 fiber washers is an O-ring that sits in a groove in here. And I just kind of put a little bit of grease on it so it'll stay subtle and waterproof. Then I stack the 2 fiber washers, the big fiber washer here, and then 1 washer there, and then this nut. It looks like 2 washers, but the nut actually has a washer like deal on it. You can see this is the old one, so you can kind of see there's a wider edge there. So pretty much from there, the new kit didn't come with a new top nut, so I'll just use my old one, and I'm going to put some anti-seize on there for sure, so that does not seize on there again and cause this to break or crack. But I really think what happened is the plastic piece in there just got old and brittle, and over time it just snapped. But pretty much that's it. I'm going to go ahead and test it here. I've got it kind of just sitting in this little hole here, and I'll just spin it. And I use this hole for lawnmower engines that had the shaft go down, so I could just sit it here and I could, you know, work on it, not start it or nothing, but I'd just be able to work on it. But anyway, I'll go ahead and put this here, and hopefully it's going to go ahead and spin the way it should. So here we go. Yep, she works. So that new piece I put in went good, and everything else went good. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the SV. I don't have my new copper terminal piece that I was going to clamp onto my SV wire, but I'm going to look around. I may have one. I was going to go get a new one, but I'm going to see if I've got one somewhere here. I've got so many electrical parts and stuff. I'll look around. So I'm going to get it all put back in, and then I'll show you. Alright guys, it's all done now. I've got it all bolted up. I ran and got me a new copper terminal, as you can see right there. And I just put some electrical tape there because there's a boot covering it anyway, but I went ahead and electrical taped it. And then put anti-seize on that nut, and then tighten the nut down. And it looks pretty good. As far as the terminal, these are the terminals I got. See, it's just one there. You can crimp them. I went ahead and filled it with solder. I just used a propane torch and heated it up and held it with a thing. Held it with a pair of pliers and just continued to fill it with solder till it was full. Let it cool. Wrapped it with tape. Put it on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and just work the boot over it if I can, and then may not be able to work it over without two hands, but I'll go ahead and do that when I'm done. But I'm going to give it a start here. Definitely going to be a cold start, but we're just going to start it and make sure that there's no leaks or anything. But actually, before I start, I need to put the oil back in that I drained out. So I'll go ahead and get that done, and then we'll give it a start. Got the oil in now, so we're going to go ahead and give it a start and make sure everything is good. Probably not going to let it run long just because I don't need to. I just want to start it up, make sure it cranks. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Make sure we don't got any connection issues, that kind of thing. Turn the choke on, it's probably going to need that. Alright, it cranks. I don't need to start it, I guess, but it cranks, so that's good to go. Even though it worked before, but my main thing, like I said, was to replace that O-ring on the starter, so it's done now. And I'll know that if that's not the cause of the leak, it'll be something else, but I doubt it. I'm pretty sure that that's what it was. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put this back together. Well, put the belly pan back on, and then I'm going to clean up my mess and call it quits. But that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. You probably won't see the black SV again. I believe it's going to a new owner tonight. He's driving from quite a bit away to come see it and hopefully buy it. So that'll be the last of the Sv650S. 7,500 miles on that puppy. Practically brand new. So, but I'll still have my other bikes. Best of all worlds. Got the cafe, got the dirt bike, got the Enduro Dual Sport, and the Sv650N. So I think we're good to go. Alright guys, thanks for watching.